say, like you said, I have found the secret to getting rich. And the secret to getting rich is to put the puzzle of life together by knowledge. It is knowledge. If you notice, the guy who knows more always makes more money. But it's fancy that the guys who knows more, who knows how to make the stock market, makes a lot of money. But most of them are single, they're unhappy, they're unhealthy, they die from cancer and diabetes, and they make millions of dollars. So what happens? The money is lost in no time. But they're not happy because they never were rich. What makes you happy is knowledge. And when the more knowledge you have about life, you'll find that sometimes that happens. The person who has a low job saves more money than the person who has a high job. I once met a girl, she works $10,000 a year. She saved more money than the guy who was working $20,000 a year. So she was able to save more money. So again, it's how you handle your life in terms of knowledge and so on and so on. So as I said, giving more is what makes you more. So now what happened? Bill Gates. Bill Gates got rich. Why? Because he gave so much to the universe. If it was not for Bill Gates, we would have computers. I wouldn't have this computer here. Think of what Bill Gates have done for the world. That's why he's rich. Now compare that to O.J. Simpson, who didn't do nothing. And what happened to him? He had billions of dollars too. The people who have given to the world, who have done all these big things that help the world, is what makes them rich. So you want to get rich? Help the world. Do things that are helpful. The guy who sells real estate just for the sake of selling to make a commission will never get rich. Because whenever he gets it, it'll go down. But a guy who sells a house with a great heart and says, okay, this is a shelter for the person, he will do much better. He don't even think about the commissions. The commissions come automatically. So, it's the way you live. Now, there's a difference between spiritual and religion, you know. Everybody thinks that if you're religious, you'll be happy, you'll be rich. That's not true. When you're religious, that means you're afraid of God. You say a prayer, please don't let me go to hell. Please don't let me go to hell. But when you're spiritual, then you understand God, and you understand, and you're not afraid. Then you work without fear. And that's why we present Life Code, our teaching here in the Hindu Learning Center, to make you become spiritual, not religious. Anybody can become religious, because and they say, okay, if you don't pray, if you don't pray, you're going to go to hell. If you listen to me, you'll go to heaven. That's religion. This is not religion. So knowledge is the key. Now this year I'm putting some very fascinating stuff on our books. Our guidebooks for this year is going to talk about death, how not to die early. We're going to talk about your marriage life, right? We're going to talk about how to live in the best part of the house, which part of the house is good, how to know which part of the house is good, and so on. So that when you sleep, you can sleep properly, because when you don't sleep properly, you cannot perform properly. And then you wonder why you're not sleeping properly, and it's because of the location in the house where you're sleeping. So there are ways to correct that and so on. So when a man is happy, then he makes a lot of money. When a man is unhappy, when he's angry and so on, and he's angry all the time, he cannot think straight, so he cannot make no money. So that's why we do our meditations here. Okay, waving of the light is really the waving of prosperity. When you wave it around Shiva, that means you want your husband to be prosperous and always bring money. When you wave it around Lakshmi, you're asking the goddess of wealth to come to you. When you wave it around Ganesh, you're asking that light to come to you to remove all obstacles. When you wave the light around Durga or Parvati, that means you're asking that the wife must always have light around her. And that's why we wave the light. When we wave the light around you, we want you to have light also. So that's the purpose of the arti.